Good morning, children. Welcome to our physics class. We will continue chapter 16 light. In the first part of the chapter, we have learnt about the plane mirrors, the reflection through plane mirrors, the various types, the two types of reflection, the multiple reflection, the characteristics of the image formed by a plane mirror, and the uses of plane mirrors. We also learnt about the dispersion and spectrum of light and the recombination. Now, the second part of your chapter deals with the structure and the functions of the various parts of the human eye. Okay, so first we will learn about the names of these parts and then I will tell you about their functions. Okay, so let us see. We will not be going into detail about all the different parts, but basic parts we have to learn. First part is the cornea, then is the layer around the eyeball. The first layer is called the sclera. The second layer, which is the grayish layer, is called the choroid. Cornea is the front transparent portion of the eye. Then comes iris, the colored part of the eye, pigmented part. Then pupil in the center of the iris. Then lens, which are held in place by ciliary muscles. Two kinds of liquids, aqueous humor in the front part of the eye and vitreous humor present at the back of the eye. And the last is the optic nerve, which takes the messages to the brain, which links the eye to the brain. Okay, so now let us learn all these parts in detail. You can see in this diagram, the front portion of the eye is the cornea. Okay, the cornea is a transparent part which allows all the light to enter. After cornea, the whole of the eyeball is covered by a whitish protective layer called the sclera. The second layer after sclera is a grayish layer made up of grayish tissues called the choroid, choroid, choroid. This choroid helps in absorbing all the extra reflection of light, right? Then you understood about the cornea, the front portion transparent tissues, at the back two layers are sclera and then choroid, right? Then after cornea in the front we have the colored part of the eye called the iris. In the center of the iris, it appears a small hole which is called a pupil. Pupil helps to allow the light to enter the eyeball. Okay. We will also learn all the parts in detail through a small video now. Okay. So now let us start. Let us see now. This is the outer covering of the eyeball, which is called the sclera. As I told you, it is made up of white tough tissues. It acts as a shock absorbing layer and protects the eyeball. Then inside the sclera is a grayish layer made up of grey tissues, which is called choroid. Choroid, choroid. This is a grey layer and which helps in absorbing all the extra light. Okay, after that we can see the pupil. The black dot that you see in your eyes at the center is called the pupil. It is present in the center of the iris. Iris is the colored part of the eye. Some people have a blue this iris, some have black eyes, some have brown eyes. This pigmented part is called the iris. Iris muscles regulate the size of the pupil, right? The pupil size depends upon if it is a lot of intensity of light. During daytime, the pupil is very small. The size becomes smaller. The iris helps it to become larger and smaller in size. During dim light, the size of the pupil is larger. It increases. Now we can see the front portion of the eye, which is made up of this is transparent tissues. This is called the cornea. Cornea is also called the window to the world. It allows all the light to enter, and the amount of light is regulated by the iris and the pupil. After that iris we have a lens. As you can see, the lens, it is a double convex lens. Convex lens is bulging from the outwards. Similar ways, this lens is also bulging from both the sides. So this lens is actually responsible for forming the images on the retina. Retina is the back part of the eye which forms a kind of, say, when you open an umbrella, it forms a hemisphere kind of a thing which has many nerve cells, many nerve endings. These are two types of nerve cells, rods and cones. Cones help us to see during bright light. All the colors we are able to see through cone cells. Rod cells are activated during night time and they help us to see black and white only. Then all these nerve cells get collected into the optic nerve, which connects the eye to the brain and helps to send the messages in the form of electric pulses to the brain. Okay, all the nerve cells are connected to the optic nerve and through the optic nerve they go to the brain. Okay, Okay, so now you can see that the optic nerve carries messages to the brain in the form of electric pulses. These messages are taken from the retina through the nerve cells. Retina is a sphere on which the image is formed through the lens. Lens helps to focus the images on the retina. Okay, and the retina have many nerve endings. These nerve endings take the messages to the optic nerve, which take it in the form of electric pulses to the brain. Okay, now two more things are remaining, two more parts. They are the liquids. The tear that comes out of the eye is aqueous humor, which is present between the lens and the iris. It comes out through our eyes when some dust particles enter. It comes out as tears. It is a flowy liquid. It's like water, saline water, salty water. Then the back of the eye, the eyeball consists of another jelly-like fluid which is called vitreous humor. It is very thick fluid. It cannot flow out of the eye. When the amount reduces, the people get a dryness in the eye during old age. So now quickly let us revise all the parts of the eye. In front, the transparent part of the eye is called the cornea. After cornea, we have an iris, the colored or pigmented part. In the center of the iris is the pupil, which is a small hole. Then after the iris, we have the lens, double convex lens. Then the other part of the eyeball fully is covered by a protective layer called the sclera, which is white in color. Second layer is choroid. Then the back part of the eye is fully covered by retina, which is formed by many nerve cells. Two types of nerve cells are present there, rods and cones. All the nerve cells, they collectively form the optic nerve through which the messages are carried to the brain in the form of electric pulses. Okay, then two types of liquids fill the eye. In the front portion is aqueous humor, and in the back portion of the eyeball is the vitreous humor. This is all about the structure and the functions of the human eye. Later on, we will learn about how the images are formed in the eye and what are the two defects of the eye. Okay, so I hope you've understood what I was explaining in today's class. Take care of yourself. Goodbye for now. Thank you so much.